What a lovely day to bake. My name is Arne, a German hobby baker who's living in Luxembourg. Today we bake special burger buns with mustard and potatoes. I didn't have time to refresh my sourdough starter yesterday, so I'm using commercial yeast. If you want me to do another variant with sourdough or with yeast water, please write me a comment below the video. You also find the recipe down below. So let's get started. This is from Luxembourg with Loaf. For this recipe we need wheat flour, we need a little bit of salt, sugar, milk, we need butter, yeast, and we need potatoes, mustard and an egg. And we start mashing the potato. If you need that in a mixer, you probably need to do that, but you can do that in order to make sure everything is incorporated better and that you don't have any potato pieces in your burger buns. Then we can start putting the flour into our mixing bowl. We also add the potatoes, the sugar, the yeast and the milk. And then we can start the mixer at low speed. After 10 minutes it's time to add the egg as well as some mustard. Once the dough has come together, it's time to add the remaining ingredients. Let's start with the butter and then add the salt. Knead at maximum speed for another 5 minutes until your dough looks like that. Then transfer your dough to the countertop and don't forget to put some flour on it because the dough will stick. Then do some coil folds until the dough is smooth. Transfer the dough now into a slightly greased plastic container, and then the dough will sit and rest there for about an hour. Close the lid, and after an hour it's time to pre-shape our dough. So get the dough out of the box, and then it's time to divide roughly 110 grams of dough balls. You should have 10 of these. And then take a little bit of flour and roll the dough ball until it's round. Don't use too much flour, but also don't use too less. And then place them on some parchment paper on a baking tray. Actually, the amount of dough is a little bit too much for one baking tray. If you don't want to have your buns stick together later, you can also use 2 baking trays.
Once it's been done, the dough needs to ferment, and this takes about 2 to 4 hours. I'm placing my baking sheet into the oven and then add a warm cup of water to the oven. I put that on the bottom, and then after 3 hours my dough looked like that. I'm now giving the buns an egg wash. So it's just 1 egg that you mix with a little bit of milk. And once this has been done, you can either sprinkle them with sesame seeds. I'm using here normal sesame seeds and also black sesame seeds. If you prefer to leave the buns blank, it's also fine. I have already preheated the oven to 230 degrees Celsius, that's 446 degrees Fahrenheit, and once I place the buns in the oven, I will reduce the temperature to 180 degrees Celsius, that's 356 degrees Fahrenheit, and they will bake for about 15 to 20 minutes with steam. After the baking, they look really nice, so you can give them a wash with butter, or if you like, you can also add a little of honey to the butter. That of course makes the buns a little bit more sticky, but the taste and the flavor, it's quite nice. And here's the final results. Don't these buns look really awesome?
I hope you liked this video. If so, please leave me a comment below the video and like this video, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next videos. So I'm pretty happy with the buns. I've probably baked them a little too long. I will adjust the baking time in the video description so you don't be confused. I will now make myself burgers with it. I wish you a pleasant day. Eddie and goodbye.